Hey, welcome to part 2, because recording for 15 minutes is a pain in my ass. Anyway, here's all the weapons I currently have. I only have 4 5-star weapons. Now, I am unfortunately, I am unable to show this fully, but before anyone gets on my case about this, before Ganyu came out, I did get the Amos bow. But, like a dumbass, I used it for weapon XP on a different weapon. Feel free to roast me in the comments. But again, keep in mind, this was before Ganyu was out. Capiche? Capiche. Anyway, so I got the Skyward Spine, Blade, and Atlas. I haven't gotten any other of the 5-star weapons yet. And I believe the elegy for the end was on a banner that had the Staff of Homa on it. I believe. And because, of course, Vinci was my first 5-star, because he was the first 5-star character when the game debuted. So, of course, naturally, his best slot weapon would be the first weapon I would get. Or the first 5-star based weapon for a character that I would get. Here's the list of all my artifacts, which you don't really need to see. All the materials I currently have, which again, you don't really need to see. I use the delicious golden chicken burger religiously because it's so easy to grind for. Like, all you need to do is put some characters in Expedition that can hunt fowl, and you're good. Because the ingredients for this, you just buy in the store, and then you prepare them in the cook thing. And they're simple to do and get. I unfortunately don't have that many billets. Unfortunately. Here is all of my fun gadgets that I have. All my quest items, kinda. Here's all my precious items. Currently holding on to 5 and 8 summons for right now. And here's all my oculi. Or sigil, rather. Sigils. Because, I haven't fully explored Fontaine yet. I'm currently waiting to do that when I have downtime. Excuse me. And then here's my teapot, which I haven't touched in forever, because I barely do teapot to begin with. But since I'm speaking about the teapot, why don't I show you? There we go. So, here's my teapot. Yeah, that's pretty much it, and all there is to it. So, the companions that I have are Mona, Shinobu, Shenhe, Kale, Ningguang, Candace, and Xingqiu, who's inside the house, by the way. And don't worry, there's nothing at the house except for a bunch of screens, because I believe I needed to fill something out or get something completed, and that was that. Anyway, he's there. And I have 5 of the characters that I am very, very interested in, if you catch my meaning. And there is a reason why it's these 5 characters in specific. I'm not going to say, though. I'm not going to say why, though. So that's my teapot. What else? Oh, right, map progress. Now, I think it was before Dragonspine. I didn't really follow a map until I really needed to. So I somehow got 100% in Windwell Highland and Gilsong Hill, which is kind of surprising. So there's Mondstadt. There's Dragonspine, which I believe I have actual 100% in terms of the agates and chests, maybe. Here's all of the way. The Chasm. Probably didn't grab enough common chests. All the way down here is Inazuma. I haven't gotten the elegant chests, I believe they're called. The chests that give you schematics for your teapot. I don't remember what those chests are called. And then here's all of Sumeru. And here's all of the desert. Now, I did recently go through Sumeru Desert again to get all of the oculi.
Surely enough to convince anyone to become a wanderer.
Thank you for Kazuha. Anyway. And then I barely touched Fontaine because I wanted to get Sumeru done, but with 4.1 on the horizon, I might do Fontaine first. Cool. Alright. So, I bet you're wondering, okay, so you have all of these characters. Well, what teams do you put them in? So, for the team that I currently have with me, it's my adventure team. As in, this is the team that I use to gather chests, do trials, try to collect Akilai, what have you. These 4 characters specifically because Kazuha's skill is great, and his passive is good. Rosaria because her passive is great, granted it's only useful during the night. Yolan because she can run fast with her skill. And then Sayu because she's a taxi. Let's start in order from here, from left to right. Excuse me. So, Hu Tao and Friends is my main go-to comp, because Hu Tao is probably my best DPS character that I currently have. So, there's Xingqiu, Sucrose, Toma, and Hu Tao. I do Xingqiu first, then Sucrose, so when Sucrose's ultimate gets used, her ultimate absorbs water first. That way, Hu Tao's damage does more. Because if I did Toma first, then Sucrose, it wouldn't do that much. Here's my freeze comp, which has Xingqiu in it as well, with Diona, Kazuha, and Ayaka. And again, I feel like Ayaka's damage could be better. I don't know what's wrong with her. It could very well be the artifacts on her aren't good, but they are, so I don't understand. Here's my physical comp, which has Diona on it, but I also have A, Fischl, and Eula. This comp is really fun to use, if not kinda dangerous to use at the same time, because I can't really fully utilize it in the open world. I have to use it in Spiral Abyss. But even then, this is still a really good team. Here is my current iteration of my Scaramouche comp. I figured that Scaramouche's comp is better if you have 2 dual elements. So obviously you're going to pair him up with Farazan because her burst gives him more damage. So pick any 2 characters that can provide him a really good buff. So far I figured that it's Rosaria and Diona who are good, even though Diana's shield kinda is not that good with him, but that's besides the point. I swap out Cryo for Pyro. I use Bennett and Toma. I'd rather not use Bennett though, but he's the only Pyro healer in the game, so I have to bear with him, unfortunately. For Hydro, there isn't any good Hydro shield unit yet in the game, but if I were to use someone, I would probably use Xingqiu and Barbara, because Barbara is good with Thrilling Tales, especially. But in terms of Electro, I still haven't thought of one yet, because we don't have a good Electro Shield character, or a good Electro Healer yet. So that's still in the works. My Bullying Bosses comp, which is a modified version of my Freeze comp, but clearly focuses more on cryo damage. Because bosses, i.e. the ones that you can only fight once a week, can't be frozen. So what's the next best thing? Just do maximum output in terms of cryo damage. Because why not? Now, I know I could do reaction-based, but I think this is funner. Here's my Ningguang comp that I thought of so far. I haven't fully utilized it because none of these characters are properly built, so eh. And here's Fridge because I believe there was a domain that asked for Bloom, or more specifically asked for Dendro to be used, so this is the comp that I used for it. And if you go, oh, he's using Cold, I want a different Dendro character, because I have none. I do have Dendro Traveler, but I'd rather use Kale, because I think Kale is cute. And then back to my adventure comp. Now, in terms of story progress, I have done the current Archon quest, so I got to complete that, and I currently have all of this stuff still needing to be done. Excuse me. And speaking of, I still need to do Kave and Kaya's hangout events, but I have everyone else's completed. So there's that. Now, for anyone interested in this next part of the video, I do dabble in Genius Invocation a bit, and I concocted probably my favorite deck to date. Ever since the nerf to Ayaka Melt with Yoimiya and Pyro Fatui, I had to cook up something new. May I present to you Sino TK, as in Sino, one-turn kill.
Wherever in this world
It features Klee, Sino, and Fischl. Now, I'll do a full analysis video on this deck in, again, full, to explain my choices with Klee and Fischl. So look forward to that in a few moments. But I also have a different variation called Sino Control. Even bigger number! And then Kaching Pyro, because that was the current team that I used, because Kaching is really good, honestly speaking. In terms of the Genius Invocation, anyway. So, yeah.
Memories of my home.
That is my Genshin account overview after 3 years of playing the game. Unfortunately, not daily. There were a couple of days, even a full week, where I couldn't play. Whether because I had no power, there was no internet, or because I was unable to get on. So, I hope you enjoyed this little video showcasing my account. Unfortunately, because time is almost up, I won't be able to show what my account can do in Spiral Abyss. Though, to be honest, I don't like Spiral Abyss one bit. I can do 9 and 10 flawlessly, I think, but 11 and 12, screw you. Anyway, I'll see you guys whenever I make another video.
Just the two
So long.